So ever since I started making YouTube videos, a lot of guys and people and all ladies and gentlemen, whoever, kids, children's, baby mamas and aunties have always asked me how to get a better looking game. So I'm going to talk to you guys about how to do that. Some of these steps are going to be not for everyone, but I'm going to try to talk about everything that I personally have done, and you guys could probably do it too. So first off, if you have a monitor or a TV, whatever you play on, go into the settings. If you still have the manual for your TV and stuff like that, then you can use the manual to help guide you through this step. I don't know what monitor or what TV you have, so I can't really help too much, but basically just go to your settings, find like art and display or whatever. It should be underneath that. And what you're mainly looking for is saturation. So your saturation is like one of the most important things. Depending on what monitor and stuff you have, it might not look as good as other people's, but at the end of the day, it's gonna definitely look better. So bump this up to like whatever you want. I personally put on like 80 saturation, and I'll talk about why I do that in like a little bit later. Bump that up to whatever you want, and then after that, go into Overwatch itself, and you can copy these camera settings. So for whatever reason, some people have really dark ass games. I don't know why. If you guys want to feel like Batman while you play, I guess. If you want your game to look really nice, just do this. So I think this is default, to be honest. You can play around with this if you want, but I just have this on default, I guess. Then after that, this is for the content creators or TikTokers or whatever. If you guys want your clips to look better, download your clips, go into your editing software, and also change the saturation and effects and stuff. This is going to make it look crispy instead of looking really bad. So just do that, and there you go. That's like the last step when it comes to that stuff. Now, if you guys want your game to run better and not just look better, make sure you have a new gen console, and make sure you have a monitor or a TV or whatever that can run 120 hertz. Basically, for those that don't know, new gen consoles can run higher than 60 FPS on some games. Overwatch is one of those games where you can play on 120 FPS, and all you really need to do is just get the new gen console. And then after you have the new gen console, go into the settings or whatever. I'll probably link a video to help you guys with this, because I haven't done it myself because I don't have a monitor with higher than 120 FPS. But you do all of that, turn on the 120 FPS, and now your game should look better and feel better by like a long run. I'm not just done there. I do want to talk about FPS really quickly, because I feel like I should talk about this if I'm going to talk about everything else. So when it comes to FPS, I'm just going to give you guys a short little quick rundown. I'm not going to do the nerd emoji. I'm not going to go into every little detail and talk about why this spec is so good and blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm just not going to do all that. When it comes to FPS, this basically stands for frames per second. More frames per second you have, the better your game's going to feel. So if you have something higher than 60, you're already in the green zone. This is why PC players play at like 120, not 120, 144, 240, anything between there when it comes to FPS, because this just makes the game feel better. And especially if you're a competitive shooter player, you definitely want higher FPS. You can see your opponent before they can see you sometimes, and all the other stuff. It's just good. So that's why I recommend that. And for those that can't do that, don't worry too much. It's not that big of a deal if you cannot get 120 hertz. It really isn't. I've been playing on 60 for my entire life, and I've never really had struggles. But I will say, as soon as you switch from 60 to 120, you never want to go back to like 60 FPS. Because 60, honestly, it feels like you're watching a snail try to do a race. Like, you're going to sit there for 7 hours just trying to get to the finish line. It's really bad. It's horrible. I'm not going to say that it's unplayable, because that's a lie. Unplayable would be like 10 FPS, bro. Like, you're looking at a Google slide at that point. Like, that's horrible. But anything higher than 60 will definitely be better for FPS shooters and stuff like that. If you don't get that, once again, it's fine. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Hope you guys learned something from this. This video wasn't supposed to be long. I'm gonna be honest, all the settings and stuff that you can do is pretty fast and pretty simple and straightforward. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.